Today we have a bit of a scenery change. I am outside soaking up some of this good vitamin D, reflecting on the past couple of days, weeks, the past month, and just setting some intentions in place and just getting in the proper headspace for the month to come. And one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about is my post on my website, Growing Pains. It was just recently published in the Prevailing Woman magazine, and I would really love for you guys to go and support her magazine. Not just me, but the magazine as a whole. There are some phenomenal women that are featured in there that are doing some amazing things, you guys. And like I said, the blog post that was chosen from my website was Growing Pains. And I just want to take you guys on a journey back to when I wrote that post and just where that post came from. Growing Pains came from a time when I was in a really bad headspace. There was so much changing in my life, and there was so much that I had to grow from and that I had to learn from, and that's why I named it Growing Pains. It was just a quick little rundown of how I got through that hard time, and really it was just me getting back grounded in my practice of meditation and yoga during that tough time of what I called it my season of death. During my season of death, I really had to ground myself, and I really had to meditate and really just go back to who I was and just really find out, who am I? Who is Nikki Dixon, and how can I get myself through this? And I had wrote out 3 things that I needed. I needed seclusion, I needed to listen, and I needed to create. And those are the 3 things that I found myself doing during my season of death. Seclusion for me meant that I needed time away from everything that was going on, from the noise that was coming in from all angles, from my parents, from my friends, from outside people, social media, all of that. I needed seclusion. I needed to cut out time for myself to really get inside of my head, to really listen to those thoughts, really at ease with those thoughts, being okay by myself, alone time in my thoughts, just really getting to know, like, how do I think, how do I react mentally above all in times of chaos, in times of deep needed change. How do I react mentally when people rub me the wrong way? You know, like, how is my headspace in different situations? And then learning how to balance out those thoughts, how to tame those thoughts, and not run off with the first thought that comes to mind. Secondly, listen. I just needed time to listen, to understand why was I in the position that I was in during my time of death. Why, why did I have to move back home? Why was I going through so much? What I seen it as chaos. Why was I in a season of death? And then understanding what that meant for me. Also, with listening, you learn a lot about the universe and how the Most High shifts things for the betterment of you. Just taking time to listen to your thoughts and then learn from them, seeing those minor lessons in everything that happens, seeing those change of reactions. So for me, listening really meant seeing. it meant opening your eyes to every aspect, listening to those lessons that come from every which way, from every angle, and seeing with your eyes another perspective, not just seeing things from a external lens, but going in depth into what your thoughts mean, and also learning and listening to what every situation at hand really means, because there is always something deeper, even if it isn't really there. There is always something to learn from that position that you are in that current moment. And then the last thing that I wrote down was creating. In my time of seclusion, in my time of listening, I was creating. I was creating the Nikki that I know that I needed. I was creating that Nikki that I needed as a little girl. I was creating also a plan. I was always writing. I was always planning. I was always taking notes of how I can better myself, and also things that I needed to do to get out of the rut that I was in. Also, I found myself writing down when someone in my family passed away, what I was learning in that moment, because in my season of death, and I'm not gonna go too deep into that because I have blog posts on my website that really go in depth into what I learned from my season of death, and actually I will tag that link also in my bio for anybody that wants to read about it. But I was writing down what else was happening around me in my season of death. I was really creating a journal for myself, and that's how I really started to come at peace, and outside of that, created a plan of action. I started to write down all of the things that I wanted to do and how I was going to get there. I also wrote down things that I needed to do and how I could accomplish those things. I literally, every time I would meditate, I would write right after, while all of my thoughts and my intentions were pure. And in that, I started to see the beauty in pain, because we always talk about beauty is pain, but can you really find the true beauty that lies behind all of that pain and hurt and chaos and anger? Like, how do you truly rise from those ashes? And that comes from really taking that step back and really getting to know who you are. What do you really want to do? What are your passions? And outside of that, finding out what makes you upset. Learning to think before you act on things. Just really ripping back those layers and layers and layers of yourself, and then literally putting yourself back together again. And within that, you will begin to see the beauty in the midst of all of your pain. You will begin to appreciate those hard times, because they make you the woman or man that you grow to learn and love, and you become unapologetic in the person that you are, because you will become more authentic in your being. Because when you go through that hell in your life, you begin to appreciate everything that the Most High has to offer, and you begin to appreciate how the universe shifts and works in your life, and you appreciate and love who you are as a person. So that was what my growing pains was all about. Just those, I don't want to call them simple, but those steps that I found myself doing and that I found myself in through my season of death. Like I said, I dropped the links to Growing Pains and to the other two posts that I wrote that kind of take you on that journey that I was on and what I learned in my season of death. So, peace and light, family. I hope that this video was fulfilling, and thank you for the views. Continue to like and share. Peace and light.